Hello everyone and welcome back to Azure Cloud Today. In this video, we are going to walk through the entire process of creating an application protection policy in Microsoft Intune Admin Center. We will go through every single screen of the creation wizard, every setting, and I will explain what each one does and which ones matter most in the real world. If you watched our video 12 in this series, which is about what is mobile application management, then you already know what it is and why it matters. Today, we are taking the next step, which is getting our hands into the portal and actually building one of these policies. We are not going to demo this on a device yet, as that is coming in phase 2 when we have an enrolled iPhone. However, by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to configure an application protection policy from scratch. Before we jump into the portal, let me give you a quick refresher. An application protection policy is a set of rules that protect your organization's data inside those specific applications. What makes this powerful is that it works at the app level and not the device level. That means you can protect corporate data inside Outlook, Teams, Edge, OneDrive, and any application that supports the Intune SDK without needing to manage the entire device. This is something which is really huge for bring your own device type of scenarios. So when an employee brings in their personal iPhone to work and signs into Outlook with their work account, the application protection policies automatically kick in, which protects the data inside of these applications. So, for example, if you blocked copy pasting to personal apps, then you won't be able to copy data from the Outlook to WhatsApp. There are many more settings over there, and not just the blocking of copy pasting, which we will cover in a few minutes. Often, people think that for MAM to work, the device must be enrolled to Microsoft Intune. However, that is totally incorrect. Yes, they can enroll devices and also use MAM at the same time, but it's not mandatory for the devices to be enrolled to make use of MAM policies. The four pillars of an application protection policy. So, when you create an application protection policy in the Intune Admin Center, the wizard walks you through four main sections, and that is exactly what we are about to do on screen in a few minutes. First is the data protection. This is where you control how data flows in and out of your managed applications. This is where most of the settings, like can users copy work data to personal apps? Can they save the company data to their personal iCloud? Can users take a screenshot inside the work app? And many more such settings are present over there. Second is the access requirements. Think of this as the gate to open the application. Over here, we can specify if the user needs a PIN to open the app, can Face ID be used instead of PIN, and so on. Third is conditional launch. Over here, we can take actions based on some conditions. For example, if the device is jailbroken or is rooted, then block access entirely. Or if the device has not checked in for like 60 days or so, then wipe the device. Many more options like that are present inside the conditional launch. Fourth is the assignment, where we define who gets these policies. Over here, you assign the policies to user groups and not to device groups. Since our concepts are clear now, let's go to the Intune Admin Center and check out these settings. Over here, we are at the Intune Admin Center. To go to Application Protection Policies, you will click on Apps over here. Then just select a platform. Let's click on iOS, iPadOS over here. Let's click on Protection. Then click on Create dropdown, iOS, iPadOS. Then let's give it a name. I will give this name. Then let's click on Next. Over here, we see sections over here. If you select all apps, then every Intune SDK integrated apps, along with the ones that Microsoft provided, are taken into consideration over here. If we select all apps, if we select all Microsoft apps, then all Microsoft apps with SDK are included here. Then if we select core Microsoft apps, then things like Edge, Excel, Office, OneDrive, OneNote, Outlook, PowerPoint, SharePoint, they all will be included here. If you select the selected apps, then you can select line of business apps, which is bundled with the Intune SDK. So let's select core Microsoft apps in our case. Let's go to next. The next section over here is the data protection. Data protection is the heart of your application protection policy. So let me walk you through the most important settings. Backup organizations data to Intune and iCloud backups. So if you allow this, then they would be able to store your organization's data in their Intune and iCloud storage. So maybe we want to block that. So we select block over here. Send organizations data to other apps. This is arguably the single most important setting in the entire policy. If you set it to policy managed apps over here, if you select all apps, then nothing will show over here because basically there is no block. If you set it to policy managed apps, user can share between managed apps like sharing between Outlook to OneDrive or the other way around is possible, but cannot share to WhatsApp or personal emails if you do this. Then the next important one is save copies of organization's data. So if you allow this, then user will be able to save the organization's data in their local device. If we do not want that, we can set it to block. Now notice, as soon as we click on block over here, this setting will be enabled. As you can see, so allow users to save copies of data only to company's SharePoint or company's OneDrive. Let's select this. Then in the next section, the one of the most important ones are restrict copy, cut, and paste between other apps. So if you keep it as policy managed apps with paste in, then you can paste in from WhatsApp to Outlook, but not the other way around. If you keep it to policy managed apps only, then only copy and pasting within the policy managed apps would be done. For example, you cannot copy from WhatsApp over here. And if you keep it as blocked, then nothing inside the policy managed apps will allow the copy pasting to work. For example, you cannot copy paste from Teams to Outlook and also the other way around. And this is basically the limit. If you select it as 0, then there is basically no limit. Third party keyboard. It's up to you if you want to allow it or block it. Let's keep it allow. And for this, I will select policy managed apps with paste in, encrypt organizations data. So let's keep this as required. If you do not want to require, you can select that. But in organizations, it is always set to require. Then one of the most important one is screen capture. So if you set it to allow, then anybody would be able to screenshot inside Outlook, inside Teams. So they would be able to screenshot your Teams messages or your Outlook emails. And we do not want that. So we can set it to block over here. Then we click on next. This is the next section, which is access requirement. Over here, you can configure if the app must require a PIN. So as soon as you open Microsoft Teams, then you would be required for a PIN. If you select this as not required, then basically all of this will be grayed out because PIN is not a requirement anymore. Let's keep it as required for now. Then the next is we can select the PIN type, numeric or passcode. Simple PIN allow or block. Like pins like 1111 will not be allowed. You can set the pin length as well over here. Then this next section is touch ID instead of pin access. It's up to you to allow or block. The default timeout of inactivity, if 30 minutes is passed, then it will require you to enter your pin again. Face ID instead of pin code. It's up to you if you want to allow it or block. Let's keep it allow for now. Then the next is pin reset after a number of days. Let's just keep it no for now. Then let's click on next. Over here we have the conditional launch. Over here we can say that the maximum pin attempts, if it requires more than 5, then either reset pin or wipe data. Offline grace period, and this is set in minutes, 1440. And block access. Offline grace period, if this is set to 90 days, so after 90 days, if the device does not check in, then wipe the company data itself. The next is device conditions. This is where we spoke about jailbroken or rooted device. If some device is jailbroken or rooted, then block the access entirely, or else you can even wipe the company data if you require. Over here, if we click on the drop down, you can also see minimum OS version can also be set, maximum OS version, device models, and many more things like that. If we click on next over here, you can select the assignments. Over here, you must select the user group that should be a part of this. You can also add exclusions if you want. Then we click on next, and then we can basically do create. So this is exactly how you would create an application protection policy for iOS over here. Now the same applies for Android and the other platforms as well. For example, if I click on Android over here, it will also have its own application protection policies. So let's click into it. We will select the drop down here, Android, test Android, next, all core Microsoft apps, next. As you can see, when we click on data protection, we have similar policies like that we can enforce. So basically that is application protection policies demo that we went through. So in the next slide, we will see the difference between application protection and application configuration. Now let me give you a difference between application protection and application configuration, as this also confuses a lot of administrators. So application protection policies controls security, things like data loss prevention, access control, encryption, and so on. Application configuration, on the other hand, controls the behavior. For example, it pre-configures email servers in Outlook. It can also push browser settings to Edge. So if you have a MDM enrolled device, then you often need both. What is next? Now, all of this wraps up video 19 in phase 1 of this entire Intune series. 19 videos of foundation where we covered what Intune is, enrollment, compliance, configuration profiles, conditional access, role-based access control, company portal branding, and now we also covered application protection policies. Phase 2 is where things get exciting. We are going iPhone first. I will enroll a real iPhone and show you everything we have been learning on an actual device. We would be looking at device enrollment, Intune policies and configurations, application deployment and application protection, security and remote actions on an actual device. Thank you so much, everyone. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment and I'll get back to you at my earliest. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.